Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're riding through the top 5 motorcycles of 2026. I tested, read, and compared these machines so you can get a real sense of what each one gives you on the road, in the garage, and on the price tag. I'll talk about how they look and feel, how they perform, what features matter, and whether the price matches the experience. If you're deciding between a nimble street bike, a characterful twin, an American mega tourer, a performance-focused cruiser, or the ultimate stable tourer, this video will help you pick. Let's get into it. First, the Kawasaki Z650 is the compact, aggressive middleweight that keeps Kawasaki's modern Sugoi face but packages it in an accessible, everyday-friendly chassis. Visually, it's compact and purposeful. Tight bodywork, a sharp front end, and a low-slung, crouched stance that reads sporty but not hyperactive. The rider position is slightly forward-leaning but still relaxed enough for commuting. That balance between sporty posture and daily comfort is one reason the Z650 remains so appealing. Mechanically, it uses a well-sorted 649cc parallel-twin that's been tuned for punchy mid-range power and smooth throttle response. You get immediate, usable torque when you roll on, and the engine rewards quick, precise inputs without becoming a handful. The chassis is light and flickable, which makes U-turns, city traffic, and tight backroad arcs enjoyable instead of exhausting. Brakes are progressive and confidence-inspiring, and modern ABS and basic traction control add a friendly safety net without getting in the way of the ride. If you want a bike that's easy to learn on, fun to push on twisty descents, and featherlight in daily traffic, the Z650 strikes an excellent compromise between excitement and everyday practicality. For official specs and Kawasaki's own details, check their 2026 Z650 pages. Second, the Suzuki SV650 is more about character than flash. It's a V-twin middleweight that has always traded headline horsepower for an engaging, honest riding experience. Design-wise, it's tidy and muscular rather than overstyled. A classic fuel tank silhouette, a compact frame, and a rider triangle that encourages confidence and control. The 645cc 90-degree V-twin is the heart of the SV's personality. It gives torquey, tractable power low in the rev range and a friendly, eager response when you feed it more throttle. That broad mid-range makes the SV650 feel lively in city riding and forgiving on step changes of speed in the twisties. In 2026, Suzuki has continued to refine the package, focusing on reliable fuel delivery, improved ergonomics, and updated electronics where they matter: traction control, ABS, and refined throttle mapping on many trims, while keeping the bike relatively simple and repairable. The SV's chassis is balanced and nimble, and because the bike is light, it never feels like an effort to point and flick. It rewards smooth, deliberate inputs and is a great platform for riders who like to learn how to carry corner speed without stress. The SV650 is also a favorite for customization. A short list of bolt-on parts can dramatically change sound, ergonomics, or behavior, which keeps the platform relevant year after year. For Suzuki's official overview of the 2026 SV650 and the features they highlight, their website has the latest details. Third, the Indian Pursuit Elite represents the flip side of the coin. It's a full-size, high-comfort American touring machine built for miles, luggage, and long days in the saddle. The design language is unapologetically grand, bold front fairing, integrated saddlebags, and finishes that range from tasteful chrome to brushed black depending on trim. It's made to be comfortable for two, with a wide saddle, well-shaped back support, and ergonomics tuned to long-distance posture. Power comes from Indian's large displacement V-twin architecture, tuned to produce effortless low and mid-range torque so you can cruise at motorway speeds with minimal effort. The Pursuit Elite is packed with touring tech: comprehensive infotainment screens with navigation and smartphone integration, adjustable wind protection that actually changes rider comfort at highway speeds, cruise control, heated grips and seats on many trims, and a comprehensive electronic suite that can include ride modes and stability aids. It's big and not intended to carve twisty backroads, but on the open highway it's supremely composed, comfortable, and confidence-inspiring for hours at a time. If your riding life includes frequent multi-day trips, it's engineered to reduce fatigue and keep both rider and passenger happy. Indian's model pages and spec sheets lay out the precise touring features and packages for the Pursuit Elite. Fourth, the Buell Super Cruiser is the wild card. It's where cruiser swagger meets unexpected performance. Visually, it's aggressive and raw, low-slung stance, muscular lines, and a presence that announces itself before you even touch the throttle. Underneath that imposing look is a high-output V-twin, near 1,190cc in production form, developed to deliver serious torque with a peak power delivery that moves the bike with authority. Buell's intention with this model is to bring sport bike-level hardware into a cruiser package. That means robust brakes, high-spec suspension components, and chassis geometry that resists wallowing under big power. The suspension and braking components on production bikes lean toward performance-grade hardware, and the handling is tuned to keep a heavier, torque-rich bike feeling composed during hard acceleration and aggressive corner entries. This isn't a beginner's cruiser. It's a bike for someone who wants cruiser aesthetics but expects a high level of mechanical performance and feedback. In short bursts, the Super Cruiser will bury rivals in straight-line grunt and will still be surprisingly competent when the road starts to twist. Buell's production and press materials give specific horsepower and torque figures and outline the hardware level on the production model. Fifth, the Honda Gold Wing Trike rounds out the list as the ultimate in stable, comfortable, technology-rich touring. The Gold Wing family is synonymous with refinement and smoothness. Honda's large flat six, in standard Gold Wing variants, provides ultra-smooth, linear power and a serene character that reduces rider fatigue on long runs. The Trike conversion magnifies the platform's touring strengths: easier low-speed control, greater luggage volume via integrated rear storage, and confidence for riders who prefer the stability of three wheels. The Gold Wing Trike retains the brand's high level of rider convenience: a sophisticated infotainment suite with smartphone connectivity and navigation, electronically adjustable suspension components, cruise control, and a host of rider aids that keep long-haul travel comfortable and secure. If you frequently ride with a passenger or heavy luggage, or if you want maximum comfort and stability without the trade-off of learning to master a heavy two-wheeler at low speeds, the Gold Wing Trike is near the top of the list. Honda's official information and recent reviews detail pricing tiers, feature packages, and the technical underpinnings for the Gold Wing and its Trike conversions. Now let's break down what each bike specifically excels at and where you might compromise. The Kawasaki Z650 excels at being a light, confidence-inspiring street fighter. It's best for urban riders, newcomers who want an exciting ride without being overwhelmed, and experienced riders who appreciate a small, agile chassis that's also fun on short weekend blasts. Compromises: you won't get the creature comforts or long-range storage of a tourer, and if you want cutting-edge active suspension, you'll need to step up to larger, more expensive models. The Suzuki SV650 is the straight-shooting, characterful middleweight for riders who want an engaging engine and a bike that's easy to live with. It excels as an all-rounder, commuter during the week, canyon bender on weekends, and a great base for personalization. Compromises: the SV prioritizes feel and simplicity over top-of-the-line electronics and high-fashion finishes, so riders craving maximum spec or radically modern rider aids might look elsewhere. The Indian Pursuit Elite focuses on comfort, integrated touring tech, and long-distance capability. It's perfect for riders whose weekend plan often becomes a week-long tour, who carry a passenger regularly, or who value the convenience of built-in touchscreen navigation and ample luggage without fuss. Compromises: it's large, relatively heavy, and not built for sport riding. If you want nimble, aggressive handling, you'll feel the difference compared with middleweights. The Buell Super Cruiser targets riders who want a cruiser's aesthetic but a sportier temperament, someone who wants to arrive with cruiser vibe and then fling the bike confidently down a fast, technical section. Compromises: you'll get a harsh reminder that big V-twins carry mass. It's powerful and rewarding but requires respect and a steady hand. The Honda Gold Wing Trike is for riders who treat touring like an extended lifestyle. It's about comfort, refinement, and ease. The Trike conversion only increases the platform's practicality and confidence. Compromises: cost and physical footprint. Trikes cost more for conversion and take up more garage space. They're not for riders who want the minimalist, pure sensation of two wheels. Feature-wise, in 2026, most mainstream models will include ABS and at least basic traction control. The Z650 and SV650 focus on chassis feel, reliable brakes, and throttle calibration rather than extravagant electronics. Expect the Indian Pursuit Elite and Gold Wing Trike to carry more advanced infotainment, multi-level ride modes, adaptive or adjustable suspension, and extensive rider and passenger comforts. Buell places its emphasis on high-quality brakes and suspension tuned for performance rather than plush touring electronics, so expect mechanical quality over infotainment bells and whistles. On price, the middleweights Kawasaki Z650 and Suzuki SV650 represent the most accessible entry points on this list. They give huge fun-per-dollar ratios and make excellent daily riders without a massive initial outlay. The mid-to-upper models, Buell Super Cruiser and Indian Pursuit Elite, step into premium territory thanks to higher displacement engines, more exotic hardware, and richer feature sets. You're paying for performance, character, or touring capability respectively. The Gold Wing Trike is typically the highest cost item because you're paying for a flagship touring platform plus conversion costs and often optional luxury packages. Always check local MSRP and dealer inventory for exact pricing and trim options, and factor in destination, tax, and common accessories that often add to the final purchase price. Practical tips before you buy. Always test ride any model you're considering, ideally for the kind of miles and conditions you expect to ride most. A 1-hour test ride can tell you handlebar reach and ride feel, but a longer day in the saddle will reveal how a seat handles real-world touring. Check dealer service networks and parts availability for brands that are smaller or newly revived. A great bike is only as good as the support you get when it needs service. Think about resale and aftermarket support. The Z650 and SV650 have large aftermarket ecosystems, so customization and replacement parts are generally easy to find. For touring bikes, prioritize ergonomics and luggage capacity over small spec details. If a seat is uncomfortable after 2 hours, no amount of LED lighting will make you ride more comfortably. If you want a quick matchup, pick the Kawasaki Z650 for lightweight, street-focused thrills and an everyday grin. Pick the Suzuki SV650 if you want a characterful V-twin with broad usability and a platform that's easy to live with and customize. Pick the Indian Pursuit Elite if you want an American megatourer with luggage, tech, and long-range comfort. Pick the Buell Super Cruiser if you want cruiser looks but expect sport bike-level hardware and performance. And pick the Honda Gold Wing Trike if you want the smoothest, most stable, feature-rich touring experience money can buy. A few closing thoughts. These 5 bikes represent distinct approaches to motorcycling in 2026. 2 focus on approachable, thrilling middleweight fun, 2 focus on high-displacement touring and cruiser performance, and 1 gives you the ultimate stable luxury for long-distance travel. The right bike for you depends on how you intend to use it most. Tight city streets and short backroad blasts reward the Z650 and SV650, multi-day tour reward the Pursuit or Gold Wing Trike, and the Buell is for riders who want a provocative mix of cruiser style and high-octane performance. No matter which path you choose, prioritize a test ride, factor in real ownership costs, and pick the bike that will make you smile when you roll out of the driveway. Thanks for watching. Tell me in the comments which of these 5 bikes you pick and why. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more detailed ride reports, comparisons, and buying guides. I'll see you on the next one. Ride safe and have fun out there.